today. Mercedes. But making a weird clicking noise whenever you kind of like, you can take off if you drive like a grandpa or grandma real slow, just barely taking off, it's fine. But when you go to like give it a little gas, like you're trying to like just take off a little more, like 30% throttle, like you're trying to like get up to speed with traffic without someone running into you, it starts clicking and skipping. And dealership told them transfer case. I pulled the fill plug out, which it's kind of leaned back, so you think a little bit come out. Nothing. Put a finger in, nothing. I have the scope down and I can't see fucking any fluid. So I would assume that someone has ran this thing bone dry, and there's not one anywhere in the US LKQ wise. It needs plugs, air filters, you know, the basic. It's got the turbo drain where it goes in, the pan is leaking. That one doesn't look too bad. I'm about to pull this air box off and check and see what this air filter looks like, because that was also another recommended replacement. I just fucking working on this thing. I'm fucking anxiety on level fucking 30, I feel like. So I'll roll this off. This thing right here is already just unraveling. Fucking fan's all fucked up. Cut that side off. Baby intercooler down there. So I bet you this thing, it's sweet that it's got metal fucking pipes. I bet you it's probably a pain in the ass to upgrade, but I bet you it makes a nice little difference. Air filter with this, you just kind of pick up on it. It's just some rubber clamps.
Does this thing light up?
And this one's got a weird, huh?
This one light up like the other?
Probably. Alright, so I got the other air filter off, and you can definitely do all that gunk in there. Woo! The other one's the same way, so flip it up, and it looks like it takes a Torx bit. And we'll separate these bottoms off here. And alright guys, so I got this thing apart. So let's pull those out, but it's not like I can really do anything right now. I don't have air filters. I'm still waiting on the car's got to let me know if he can even get air filters or plugs, anything for it. Shit. And go from there. Because I haven't got a clue what all I'm able to get from a parts store for it. So I'll find out what all's available. As far as doing a valve cover gasket job on this, probably not going to attempt that right now. Got a lot of other stuff already, you know, in line to do, and the amount of hours it would take to do these gaskets is probably more than what I got available right now without bunching up a bunch of other shit, because it looks like, so these two cam sensors, the coils have to come out, the fuel rail for their direct injection, that line unbolted, and wherever it goes to, probably undone to get it out the way. Same with that. It's got the pump on the back of the head, and then this tube right here that recircs something back into the intake system itself from back there. It's a plastic line, so I don't know it's mounted on the back of the head, so I don't know what that's attached to. A buddy of mine I talked to, he said there's an EGR valve that is on the back of one of these heads. Or he said there's an EGR valve on the back of the head. It's a pain in the dick to get to and get off. He said they're usually really rusty, but he lives up north, so I can see why they're rusty. But I asked about the timing cover if it had dowels, because these little O-rings, for those, probably not hard to change. Takes these Torx bits off the front timing cover, but I said, is there any dowels that hold it? And he said, yeah, you have to slide the valve cover back to get it up. That's why the EGR has to be unbolted to be able to slide it back enough to get it past the timing cover. All sorts of shit in the way. So, like I said, that's gonna be quite the task. And right now, I just don't have the extra time to dive this deep into something that I normally. It's not that I can't do it. I don't really do Euro stuff half the time anyways. It's just a buddy of mine. I told him I'd take a look at it. But the fact is that I'm not as familiar with this shit enough, so I'm gonna take my time taking things apart, making sure things, what comes off and what doesn't come off. Torx bits. Look at these fucking dirty ass air filters. Jesus Christ. Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness gracious, it's fucking dirty. The fucking bugs and shit. The other one I bet you is just as fucking bad too. But got the right socket. I like this kind of magnetic spark plug socket. It's really nice. I like it more than the rubber ones that just, I mean, it literally just clicks in place like smooth like butter. Got new air filters, got the gasket for the turbo drain, fluid for the transfer case. This thing back together, out the door. I really need to pull the lady's car in here and see where the coolant leak is. Went to take it to go get these parts and put the new scoop on it. So I got to town, stopped to grab something at the gas station, go to leave, and luckily it's got a safety on the coolant temp. Whenever it sees like 222, it'll start dinging, go ran, starts beeping and shit. What the fuck are you doing, V? So I look up, it's warm, I'm like, fuck. And it didn't go down, so I hurried up and pulled into the advance where I was going anyways. Popped the hood, let some pressure out the reservoir, then let some pressure out the cap, pretty low. I can top it off, it's fine, but it's got a slow leak. That's been months ago. Alright, that side is done. Finally found my other short extension. I got two. And they both have swivel heads on them. One is just a tad longer than the other, which makes it nice for things like this, where I can just fish this down in there enough, click on my other extension, and just get it with the ratchet. Because there is not a lot of room. So got all the coils in, got electric grease on the ends from the spark plug side. Alright, plugs are in, coils are in, everything clip back together. Working on the air filters. Motherfucker glued in there? Oh yeah, she's in there real good, Jesus Christ. Why wouldn't you open all this up? I feel like opening this up instead of all these little holes would help it breathe a lot better. That's a lot of restriction. Weird. And now like that. Yep, just like the other one. Oh no. Oh shit. Shit. You fuck bitch. Torque. I need two hands to hold this shit. Alright, so these are the little gaskets. And it's not a bad setup, it's a little of a pain to get to. Kind of hard to see up in there, but so that rod right there goes all the way through. It's got an O-ring on it too, and it goes all the way through the hole. So it's got two different things that help seal it, I guess. You know, so if it gets past that, then it's still got a gasket on the outer edge. But not too horrible to get to. Once again, Torx bit, external Torx bit, but I'll put this in now. Put transfer case fluid in it, and it'll be ready to roll. Alright, well, let's see what comes out. Fluid wise, because by the looks in there, oh shit, it does not look good. No! Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was like just enough to be right there. Jesus Christ. That motherfucker a bit tight. Jesus, I never put them in that time. Fuck. Let's pump some in it. Let it flush itself out. Man, it's not looking good. A good tip though, when you're doing a diff or a transfer case that hadn't been done in a while, break the fuel plug loose first and make sure. What are you guys doing? V, what are you doing? Spit it out. Make sure that the fuel plug will come loose, because you don't want to break the drain plug loose and then okay, you drained it. Now you got to take the fuel plug out, and the fuel plug's stripped or something's wrong with it. You can't get it out. Now what? Now you've got a dry transfer case or a dry differential, no way of filling it. So always break the fuel plug first and make sure that you can get that loose, especially on something from up north. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up. I'm sure you guys can see the haziness of these headlights. Nasty. So I'm gonna go over them with the little mothers real quick.